welcome back to our kitchen. So welcome back to another VlogTober episode. This is going to be a cook with us, cook with me and Jackson, because Alana is working on schoolwork. So Jackson and I found a really great recipe for chocolate chip cookies, and they are keto chocolate chip cookies. But the very first thing we have to do is clean off our KitchenAid mixer. So if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that last year, right before Christmas, this KitchenAid mixer was gifted to us. I was so excited to be able to receive this. It was not a sponsor or a subscriber. It was one of my very, very dear, sweet friends who just had heard me talk about it over and over, and she knows how much I cook, and she was like, you need one of these, I'm getting it for you. So that was truly indeed a blessing, and we don't use it a whole lot during the regular year, but as the holidays begin to come around, I do a lot more cooking and baking. And actually, since keto, I do a lot more cooking and baking. So this is just going to get a whole lot more use. It is very handy, and the first thing I'm going to do is clean it off. It just has a lot of kitchen grime on it that I really need to just clean off. That's just been sitting in the corner. So I'm going to use some of this method. This is the pink grapefruit, so it cuts grease and grime. So I'm just going to spray this down. We do have our bowl and attachment already washed, and I'm just going to spray it down so it doesn't have all this grease and grime on it, and then we're going to be able to use this for our recipe. Okay, you guys, so Jackson and I are getting ready to start making the cookies, and we got this recipe from Low Carb with Jen. That's her blog. It's called Low Carb with Jennifer, and her website is jenniferbands.com, and I'll put the link to the recipe down below. And this is for her keto chocolate chip cookie. Now this, I've not been able to find a recipe really where I don't have to use xanthan gum, because I just don't have that, and I have not purchased it. But this recipe, it is online, so I'm going to walk you through it, does not call for that. So here is what we need. We need 3/4 cups of softened butter or coconut oil. And Jackson's going to put in our coconut oil because we made ours with coconut oil last night, and we really did like that. Then it's going to be 2/3 cups of Swerve, but we are using the monk fruit sweetener because we don't have Swerve, so we're just going to use what we have. And then you're going to need 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 3 cups of almond flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1 1/4 cups of the Lily's chocolate chips. So we're going to start putting in our ingredients, and then we're going to mix this up very, very quickly for you. Now Jackson's going to add 1 1/4 cups of Lily's chocolate chips, or however many you like. You don't have to do 1 1/4 cups, but this so far has been the best recipe we've come up with. Consistency of dough, like this actually is dough, very, very dough-like. And we've done the ones with peanut butter. but Alana does not like peanut butter. She doesn't like these cookies much either, but she'd eat these over the peanut butter ones. So we're going to put 1 1/4 cups and do a gentle fold. And we're making these to freeze. And we're going to cook just a few of them, but we're going to freeze the majority of them. So we can have them like we did our sausage balls whenever we want to potentially have a treat. Instead of making a whole batch, if I just need something really quickly, or one of the kids need a snack real quick, then we're just going to do it that way. So that took care of the rest of our chocolate chips. And I'm going to let Jackson fold that in. Fold and smash, and then you can tip your bowl so you can see, right? All right, fold and smash. And there you have our dough. So she calls for 18 cookies. We use a small cookie scoop, so we're able to get about 30 out of this. So we're going to scoop these out on our parchment paper lined trays and pop them in the freezer for about an hour to flash freeze. And then we're going to throw them in the freezer, but I'll cook a few and let you see what they look like. Okay, you guys, so here are the cookies that we made. I have 26 on this sheet tray, and there's probably about this many more left because I'm using a small size scoop, so not a large scoop. So I'm going to toss these into the freezer for about an hour and let them flash freeze, and then I'm going to throw them into a Ziploc bag, and that way whenever I want just 1 or 2 cookies, I can pull these out and they're going to be yummy. Okay, here is the rest of what I was able to get out of that bowl. These are 12 more, so not quite as many as I had thought, but 26 plus 12, that's 38 cookies, just short of 40, which is almost twice what she could get out of hers. She made hers, I'm sure, using a much larger cookie scoop, but we use a small size, which is fine with me. Sometimes I just need a little bit of something. So this is going into a preheated 350-degree oven for 12 minutes exactly. Okay, everybody, so here are the cookies fresh out of the oven, and I do want to say that I really don't promote things I don't believe in, but when I found this recipe and we tried it, like I said, Jaxon and I really did like it. Alana didn't like it so much. Some things keto she just doesn't enjoy, but I thought these were the best ones so far. I like the peanut butter cookies, but these are probably some of the most true to chocolate chip cookies of everything we've tried so far. So I would say give this recipe a definite try. I'm gonna, it does say for 10 to 12 minutes, so depending on how brown you like your cookies, and they do spread out. So remember, they were little balls and they spread out a little bit. So you determine how dark brown you want them. So I'm just gonna lift one of these because they're still hot. They just came out of the oven. That might be a little bit brown for some people. For me, it's not. So if you like 10 minutes, cook yours on 10 minutes. I prefer a nice dark done. And they do get, they do set up nicely. However, they are still nice and moist. I think that's the coconut oil. Probably the butter would be the same. We only use the coconut oil. So Jaxon is going to give one of these a try for us, although they are hot, and let us know what he thinks.
Hold on a second, Mom.
Hold on a second, Mom. It's hot.
1 out of 10, I give it a 9.5.
9.5. There you have it. Jaxon has given it. He's confirmed. Uh-oh. He's stealing the last piece. So there it is, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by our kitchen and cooking chocolate chip keto cookies with us. And we'll see you for the next Vlogtober. Bye now.